One more time, good morning, Indianapolis. Good morning to those of you joining us online. Welcome to day number 4 of the 2023 Phillips 66 National Championships, 400 freestyle, 100 breaststroke, 100 backstroke. What a great morning for some fast swimming. Let's get things started with event number 23, the women's 400 freestyle. Once again, we're looking at 7 heats this morning. This is heat number 1 of the women's 400 free. He won women's 400 freestyle in the water. Elise Heiser of Indiana Swim Club in 3. Allie Breslin of Tennessee Aquatics in 4. And Emma Hastings of Wolfpack Elite in lane 5. Hastings taking over the lead at the 150-meter mark. Her and Heiser on the outside lanes of this heat number 1. 200 meters down, 200 to go. Leads a quarter of a second. Hastings ahead of Heiser. Allie Breslin about a second back. .300 meters down, and it's Emma Hastings building upon her lead, 31.9, heading into the 300-meter mark, up to 1.2 seconds of a lead. Final turn, more of the same. Hastings 32.2, a 32.3 for Heiser, 33.2 for Breslin. Hastings entered with a 4:41.26. But that is, of course, a yards 500 freestyle time. Best time of 4:16.41. She's going to touch the wall in a 4:14.37. So that is the best time to kick off our morning for your Heat 1 winner, Emma Hastings. 4:15.65 for Elise Heiser, and a 4:19.75 for Allie Breslin, wrapping up Heat number 1. Heat 2. Heat number 2, women's 400 freestyle underway. Natalie Mannion of Alto Swim Club is in lane 1. Summer Cardwell of the University of Louisville is in lane 3. Ella Braun of Wisconsin Aquatics in 4. Megan Drum, Kentucky Aquatics in 5. Aggie Swim Club's Abby Grottle is in 6. University of Florida's Anna Ald in 7. And California Aquatics' Mia Marquez is in lane 8. .100 meters down, 101.50. Cardwell led at the 50 and the 100, out in a 29.3, back in a 32.1. She's got a 900th of a second lead on the Aggie Abby Grottle, who's in lane 6, and then lane 1 is your third at the 100. That's Natalie Mannion out in a 101.6. Four ladies all still evenly bunched as we approach the halfway mark of this heat number 2, 400 freestyle. Abby Grottle taking over the lead, Cardwell in second, Braun in third, Mannion in fourth, but it's only 0.6 of a second that separates those four. Anyone going to differentiate themselves from the pack? Grottle accelerating slightly, 32.5. She's matched by Cardwell, who also goes at 32.5. They're 0.05 of a second apart. The two of them pulling away from Braun ever so slightly. .100 meters remaining in this Heat 2 400 freestyle, a 32.1. Heading into the final 100 from Abby Grottle. Grottle seated with a 4:15.87. That is her listed best time set at the Tier Pro Swim Series in Mission Viejo back in May of this year. And right now she is right on pace, maybe about 1/2 of a second ahead of that pace. And at the final turn, she's not backing off at all. Ellie Braun in lane 4 trying to make a move. Grottle is still holding very strong, a 1.5 lead. Grottle's personal best, once again, a 4:15.87. See if we can't go 2 for 2 on best times to start day number 4 out, as the Aggie will win it. And she'll win it with a 4:15.45. That is another best time. And a heat win for Abby Grottle of Aggie Swim Club. Second, a 4:16.48 for El Braun. And then a 4:16.93. Summer Cardwell finishing in third. Heat 3. Heat 3 in the water. Bailey Hartman of Crow Canyon Sharks in 1. Olivia McMurray of Longhorn Aquatics in 2. Kate Hurst, Scarlet Aquatics in 3. Lily Nesty of Gator Swim Club in lane 4. Katie McCarthy of Adina Swim Club in 5. Alexis Yeager, Tennessee Aquatics in 6. Catherine Shangley of University of Michigan Swim Team in 7. And Paige McKenna of Wisconsin Aquatics is in lane 8. A tie for first, Hartman and McMurray in lanes 1 and 2, leading the way. And a 100th of a second difference between them and Nesty. Pacing off of each other would be an understatement when you're that close. .100 meters down, and the lead now solely belongs to Olivia McMurray. Bailey Hartman now in third as Paige McKenna jumps from 6th to 2nd. Coming back in a 31.8. We'll see where everyone settles in on pace in this Heat 3 400 freestyle. McKenna does move into the lead, 32.2 on that third 50. McKenna seated with a 4:15.43, which is not her best time. That's actually a 4:14.78. She swam that back in 2019 at the Potomac Valley Senior Championships. Continuing to lead the way out in a 2:06.66. .250 meters down, more of the same. McKenna continues to lead, 32.5. Kate Hurst in lane 3 of Scarlet Aquatics is about a half a second off of McKenna's lead. But McKenna is outsplitting her by about a 1/10 of a second consistently. We'll see if things change as we head to the final 100 meters here. Paige McKenna still in the lead. Kate Hurst still in second. Katie McCarthy is charging though. She moved from 6th to 3rd over the last 100 meters. And she splits a 32.2 there to hold even on how far back she is, as Hurst and McKenna both split 32.2s. Top time in the morning so far belongs to Emma Hastings of Wolfpack Elite. It's a 4:14.37. We need a pretty strong finish from these ladies to pass that mark. A strong finish is what Kate Hurst is doing. She's made up some ground, but it'll still be Paige McKenna. 4:15.56 for McKenna, a 4:15.85 for Kate Hurst of Scarlet Aquatics in second. And Katie McCarthy of 4:17.38 finishes in third. Heat 4. Women's 400 freestyle heat number 4 on its way. Sloan Reinstein of Palo Alto Stanford Aquatics in 1. Jillian Barczyk of City of Lafayette Aquatics in 2. Aurora Rockhair of Alto Swim Club in 3. Chloe Stepanek, Long Island Aquatic Club in 4. Blair Stoneberg from Wisconsin Aquatics Florida in 5. Mackie Hodges, Sandpipers of Nevada in 6. Sophia Knapp of Tide Swimming in 7. And Kayla Wilson of Alto Swim Club in lane 8. Hodges of the Sandpipers, 28.6 on the opening 50 meters. Chloe Stepanek of Long Island Aquatic Club, also a 28.6. Hodges out in a 59.77. Strong start for her. Sandpiper Southern California commit in lane 6 has a personal best time of 4:14.04. That is her seed time. Set at Mission Viejo at the Frank Crippen meet back in April. 150 meters in, 1:31.58. She's about 2 seconds under PR pace right now. It's got an 0.8 of a second lead over second place, which is Stepanek still in lane number 4, the Long Island Aquatic Club 21-year-old. That is the halfway mark. Can Hodges hold on? Can somebody track her down? 2:03.66 on the opening 200 meters. Jillian Barczyk, 2:04.81, moves her up into second place. More of the same for Hodges, 2:35.91 the split, giving a little bit of time back toward that PR pace. She was at 32.2 there, held 32.1s down the stretch when she went the best time back in April, ended with a 31.4. She's got a charge now coming from Barczyk in lane 2. And it will be lane 2 in the lead at the 300-meter mark. Barczyk's best time of 4:14.20, set at the Atlanta Classic this year. And she is way under that pace. She's more than 3 seconds under PR pace. Final turn now for your leader. Here comes Sloane Reinstein as well. She split a 31.8 on the second to last 50. 340.55 to a 340.74, only 0.2 of a second lead. Hornchick and Reinstein battling it out. Also charging was Aurora Roghair. What a great race we have in heat number 4. Hornchick looking to go a best time. 4:14.20 is her best. She's going to touch with our new top time. A new top time for her, too, by a long way. 4:12.31, almost 2 seconds of improvement. Hodges in second at a 4:12.53, a best time for her, and a 4:12.87 for Sloane Reinstein. Best times all around. Those are your top 3 times with 3 heats remaining. Heat 5. Heat 5 in the water. Last before our circle seeds begin. Chase Travis of Wolfpack Elite is in 1. Rachel Steggy of Athens Bulldog Swim Club in 2. Abby McCullough out of Swim Atlanta in lane 3. Hayden Miller of Cypress Fairbanks Swim Club in 4. Abby Carlson of Wisconsin Aquatics in 5. Sierra Schmidt of Sun Devil Swimming in 6. Lainey Mullins, Suburban Seahawks in 7. And Addison Sawicki of the Sarasota Sharks is in lane 8. The leads in 2. It's Steggy of the Athens Bulldog Swim Club out in the 28.7. Steggy out in a 59.80. Only a few ladies have been sub 1 minute on that opening 100 meters. The NCAA finalist in the 500 freestyle, a top 8 finish in the 1650, SEC champ in the 500. Rachel Steggy's best time, a 4:08.30. Swam that at the World Junior Championships back in 2019, looking to get under that mark. Just over that pace right now by about 0.6 of a second. But our lead is 0.8 of a second ahead of Abby McCullough, also from Georgia, but down in Atlanta. McCullough out at a 1:32.43 at the 150. Keep an eye on lane 8 as well. Sawicki, she's only a second back. Scratch that, now only 0.8 of a second back as she moves into second, splitting a 31.6 heading into the 200 meter mark. Sawicki already committed to the University of Southern California for the fall of 2024. Her best time of 4:13.54, set at the Florida Summer Senior Championships in 2021. But Steggy has already responded, a 32.0 on the way down into that 250 meter mark. Rachel Steggy continuing to look really strong. Sawicki in lane 8. 3:07.78 at the 300 meter mark for Steggy. Trending towards our top time of the morning. Currently owned by Jillian Barshik of City of Lafayette Aquatics. It's a 4:12.31. Steggy would need to eclipse her seed time in order to post the top time. Final turn now. More of the same. Steggy at 31.9 heading into that turn. Sawicki a 32.1. Sawicki well on her way to a best time. Dipping under a mark that's almost 2 years old for her. Strong finish from Abby McCullough of Swim Atlanta in lane 3 as well. But it's all Rachel Steggy, 4:10.81, back in a 31.0 on the final 50 meters. Sawicki in second with a 4:12.16, eclipsing her PR by almost a second and a half. And then a 4:12.36 for Abby McCullough finishing in third, eclipsing her seed time as well. Heat 6. Heat number 6, women's 400 freestyle. Already 50 meters down. Here's who's swimming. Hannah Bellard in 1 from Club Wolverine. Michaela Mattis of Sarasota Sharks in 2. Bella Sims of the Sandpipers in 3. Leah Smith of Longhorn Aquatics in 4. Katie Grimes, Sandpipers of Nevada in 5. Kevin Gormson of Long Island Aquatic Club in 6. La Mirada Armada's Kayla Hahn in 7. And Lindsay Bowen of Carmel Swim Club is in lane 8. Our first sub 59 is turned in. That's by Bella Sims out in a 58.57. Sims in the lead. Smith in lane 4 out in a 59.7, just over a second back at the 100-meter mark. Leah Smith, the second fastest woman in American history in this event. 0.6 of a second back from Sims. Kevin Gormson in lane 6, also in the mix. She's about a second off of Sims' lead. Gormson, a top 30 all-time performer in the national age group rankings for 17, 18-year-old women in the 400 freestyle. More of the same. Sims is in the lead, 2:01.85 for her at the 200-meter mark. Smith out in a 2:02.18. Gormson out in a 2:02.72. Gormson committed to the University of Virginia this fall. 4:08.38, her personal best. Right now she's 400s off of best time pace, so we'll see how that goes for her down the back half of this Heat 6 400 freestyle. Sims and Smith keeping an eye on each other. Leah Smith looks like she's taken the lead heading into the final 100 meters. Half a second now, her lead over Bella Sims. Gormson in third. Rachel Steggy's got the top time. It's a 4:10.81. Leah Smith is trending towards something right around the 306, 307 range. Final turn for Smith, 31.2 on the way down. Sims now 9/10 back. Gormson right there, about a 1.5 back. Strong finish coming from Katie Grimes in lane 5, trying to track down Kevin Gormson. Took a 4:14.0 to make the A final last year. It has all been faster this year, and Leah Smith is really fast. 4:07.31, our top time of the morning, belongs to Smith. 4:07.96 for Bella Sims, a strong showing for her in this prelims session, and a 4:09.14. Gormson in third, Grimes in fourth. Those are your top 4 swims so far this morning. One heat still remaining in the women's 400. Heat 7. Final heat, women's 400 freestyle. Paige Madden, New York Athletic Club in 1. Kinsey McMahon, University of Alabama in 2. Claire Weinstein of Sandpipers of Nevada is in lane number 3. Katie Ledecky of the Gator Swim Club, she is in lane 4. Erin Gimmel, Nation's Capital, in 5. Jillian Cox, Longhorn Aquatics, 800 freestyle runner-up in lane 6. Emma Wyant, University of Florida, in 7. And Maddie Mintenko of Pikes Peak Athletics in lane 8. The American record holder wasting no time, 27.80 on her opening 50. Erin Gimmel of Nation's Capital out quick as well, 27.99 for her. Gimmel's best time, a 4:05.07, making her the 14th fastest woman in American history at only 18. Ledecky, of course, the fastest woman in American history, 3rd fastest woman in world history in this event. Out in a 57.5 is Ledecky, 58.4 for Gimmel. Weinstein, who had that absolutely breathtaking final 50 meters in the 200 freestyle to out-touch Katie Ledecky, become the national champion. She is in 3rd in lane 3. Ledecky continues to have strong splits here, 30.3 on that. Split so far, 27.8, 29.7, 30.3, settling into a rhythm. Just needs to make the A final. But on her way to posting an impressive morning swim is Ledecky. She's out in a 1:58.60 at the 200-meter mark. Gimmel out in a 2:00.98. Right now, Gimmel's over a second ahead of her personal best pace. Weinstein only about 2/10 off of her PR pace as she's out in a 2:01.19. Right now, we're trending towards somewhere in the 4:10 range just to make the A final, which would be 4 seconds faster than a year ago. Ledecky holding steady, 30.7, 30.5. Gimmel still just ahead of Weinstein, only a 1/10 of a second separating the two. Paige Madden in lane 1, slowly moving up. And she is definitely within striking distance as we hit the final 100 meters. Ledecky a 30.8. Gimmel a 3:04 at the 300-meter mark. About a half a second under best time pace. Weinstein 3:04.4. Same deal as at the 200, about 3 or 4 tenths off of PR pace for her. So good swimming being turned in all around in the women's 400 freestyle. Weinstein taking the lead now over Gimmel for second in this heat. She throws down a 31.5. But as we have seen before, and we expect to see many, many times again, Katie Ledecky running away with the 400 freestyle. A strong finish for her, and she'll touch at a 4:01.88. Well under the fastest times prior to this. 4:06.79 for Claire Weinstein, just off of the best time for her, but good for second overall heading into the evening. And then a 4:07.96 from Erin Gimmel. That actually ties Bella Sims. And what did it take to make it back to the championship final? Wow, a 4:09.72. There is your A final. Katie Ledecky, Claire Weinstein, Leah Smith, Bella Sims, Erin Gimmel, Kevin Gormson, Kinsey McMahon, and Paige Madden. 4.5 seconds faster than just 1 year ago to find the A. Here's your B finalists. Cox, Grimes, Steggy, Sawicki, Wyatt, Barczyk, McCullough, and Hodges. 4:12.53 to make the B. That would have made the A last year. C final, Reinstein, Hahn, Rockhair, Carlson, Bowen, Mattis, Travis, and Hastings. 4:14.37 and faster. A strong start to our morning in the women's 400 freestyle. Over to Michael Porpat, the men's announcer for the men's 400.
All right, thank you very much, Kevin. We are looking at event 24, 7 heats in the men's 400-meter freestyle, U.S. Open record, long course national record, 3:43.53, set in 2008 by Larson Jensen of Trojan Swim Club. Heat 1.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, the D finalists for the women's 400 freestyle is ready. Here are your D finalists: Maddie Mintinko, Kate Hurst, Hannah Bellart, Lainey Mullins, Lily Nesty, Bailey Hartman, Kayla Wilson, and Blair Stoneberg, also making the 400 freestyle D final. Current time is 10:37. Ladies, you have 30 minutes to declare your intentions.
Swimming in our first of 7 heats for the men's 400, lane 2, Sandpipers of Nevada, Luke Ellis. 3, Lakeside Aquatic Club, Max Hatcher. 4, Carmel Swim Club, Greg Enoch. 5, Piedmont Family YMCA and Cavalier Swimming, David King. 6, Sandpipers, Dylan Wright. 7, Pleasanton Seahawks, Luka Mijarovic. First 100 meters, Mijarovic of the Seahawks in lane 7, 56.0. Continues to lead together with lane 4 there, Greg Enoch. Pair of 156s out in front together with Luke Ellis as well, and lane 2 with a 156. Earlier this summer at the Santa Clara International, Mijarovic of the Seahawks posting a 3:56.36 to establish a new 13-14 national age group record in this event. We saw him nearly take down one of the oldest records in swimming, the Jesse Vasallo 13-14 nag in the 1500 free. as Mijanovic there was a 15:32.18. (17 and under in this field, with Enoch now moving out in front in 4 for Carmel Swim Club. (100 meters to go. Enoch leads Mijanovic by a second now. We also saw a new 13-14 national age group record from Mijanovic in the 200 freestyle here in a time trial, throwing down a 150.60. Heat 1 through the final turn, Greg Enoch. Carmel Swim Club with a short course yard entry time of 4:19.44. 29.5 on the penultimate 50 from Enoch. Dylan Wright with a 29.2. He's on lane 6 for Sandpipers and trying to close in on your leaders. Enoch out of lane 4 will take the first heat in the men's 400 with a 3:54.79. Mijanovic second for the Pleasanton Seahawks, lowering his own national age group record to 3:55.74. Luke Ellis of Sandpipers third, 3:57.21. Heat 2. Lane assignments for Heat 2. In 1 from Nova, Virginia, Nathan Zobota. 2, Fishers area, Swimming Tigers, Luke Whitlock. 3, Sun Devil Swimming, Jack Wadsworth. 4, Irvine, Christopher Mickinen. 5, Florida, Jack Van Dusen. 6, Florida, Brendan Gravely. 7, King Aquatic Club, Aiden Hammer. And 8 from Tampa Bay Aquatic Club is Andrew Taylor. Whitlock of Fishers area here in Indiana, 3:56.01 long course entry time, and a 55.96 leads through the 100. Three lengths completed. Whitlock leads Zobota in 1. Zobota, a 15-year-old for Nova of Virginia. Short course yard time of 4:18.38. .200 split of 1:54.64 for Luke Whitlock. 0.8 ahead of Zobota. Across the pool in third is Andrew Taylor in 8, 1:56.85. Whitlock continuing to split sub 30 seconds. 29.5 going into the 250, 29.4 into the 300, and a 253.5. 100 meters to go. Whitlock continuing to fly through this race, looking strong. Ahead of Zobata in 1 and Taylor in 8, moving all the way up into 7th there. Aiden Hammer in lane 7, the other 15-year-old in this race, who comes in with a 3:56.7 entry time. Taking a look at the all-time rankings for the 15-16 age group to break into the top 50 all-time. A 3:56.49 will get the job done. Whitlock on pace for that here. Way under that, 3:51.85 from Whitlock. That'll move him into number 6 all-time 15-16 age group, ahead of Townley Haas's 3:51.99. Or correction, Whitlock there, the 17-18 age group. That's Zobata second at 3:54.54, followed by Brendan Gravely of Florida, 3:57.70. Heat 3. All right, just to clear up the all-time rankings there. So Whitlock's winning time there, 3:51.85, puts him at number 42 all-time, 17-18. Zobata, 3:54.5, moves him up to number 24 all-time for 15-16. Lane assignments for Heat 3 and 1, Auburn University, Grant Davis. 2, Alto Swim Club, Andrew Matejka. 3, Tide Swimming, Bobby D'Annunzio. 4, Longhorn Aquatics, Daniel Lee. 5, University of Michigan Swim Team, Connor Hunt. 6, California Aquatics, Sean Grisham. 7, Foothill Swim Team, Chase Miller. 8, University of Michigan Swim Team, Logan Zucker. .352.98 is what it took to make the top 8 at the 2022 International Team Trials. Through the first 200 meters, Grant Davis leads Heat 3, 1:56.02. Miller in 7, 1:56.40. Then D'Annunzio with a 56.57. Miller takes over the lead, splitting at 29.8 out of lane 7. 100 meters to go, and Chase Miller at 2:56.37 holds a 3/10 advantage over Grant Davis. Logan Zucker of Michigan has moved into third from lane 8. Miller out of Colorado, a 5A state champion in the 500 and 200 free earlier this year. Committed to NC State. And he's got the lead going into the final 50 here in Heat 3. Grisham making a push out of lane 6. The veteran from California Aquatics. 4:14.3 short course yard entry time for Grisham, the top short course yard time in these entries. Taking the win is Chase Miller, 3:54.57. Second, Logan Zucker, 3:56.28. And third, Sean Grisham of Cal, 3:57.12. Heat 4. Heat number 4 of 7. 1, Tennessee Aquatics, Joey Tepper. 2, Lakeside Aquatic Club, Cooper Lucas. 3, Jersey Wahoos, Henry McFadden. 4, Laker Swim, Ryan Erisman. 5, Ohio State University, Mason Edmond. 6, Auburn University, Michael Bonset. 7, Northern Kentucky Clippers, Eli Shoyet. 8, Mason Manorays, Jason Zhao. Certainly a very talented field here assembled in heat number 4. Ryan Erisman, the 16-year-old from Lakers Swim, your top seed at 3:54.42. Currently ranks at number 23 all time for the 15-16 age group. Halfway through the race, Shoyat your leader with a 53.64. Less than 3 seconds separating first through 8th. We'll see how this shakes out with Henry McFadden in second, Cooper Lucas in third. McFadden out of 3. Trails Shoyat by less than a second. McFadden had that brilliant 6th place finish in the finals of the 200 freestyle. Still, Elijah Shoyat of the Northern Kentucky Clippers, 3:55.0 entry time. And not giving up any ground here, splitting 29.5, 29.6 through the third 100. Expanding his lead over McFadden to 1.8 seconds. Third now is Joey Tepper of Tennessee. current leader in the event, Luke Whitlock, at 351.85, ahead of a trio of 354, Zobata, Miller, and Enoch. .29.0 there from Joey Tepper. Picking up a half second on Shoyat, who was 29.7. Tepper's got the finishing speed. We've seen some open water prowess from Tepper. Tepper really blasting into the finish out of lane 1, but lane 7 will take it. Elijah Shoyat with a 351.53. That's the fastest 400 freestyle we've seen this morning. Joey Tepper second at 352.33. Picking up third is Henry McFadden with a 353.45 as he lowers his entry time. Heat 5. Five of 7 and 1 from Long Island Aquatic Club, Sean Green. 2, Auburn University, Mason Matthias. 3, Carmel Swim Club, Aaron Shackle. 4, Sun Devil Swimming, Jay Litherland. 5, Carmel Swim Club, Drew Kibler. 6, University of Florida, Gio Lenshier. 7, Wolfpack Elite, Lance Norris. 8, Ohio State University, Michael Brinegar. Shackle opens with the lead at 54.6 at the 100 in lane 3. Shackle comes in with a 352.42, number 41 all time in the 17-18 age group. .29.1 on that 50, the top split. That's Lenshier and Green in 1. At the 200 meter, Shackle 153.55. Drew Kibler 153.9. Matthias into third at 154.04. So throughout the competition, we've seen faster and faster prelims here for this World Selection meet. 352.98 made the championship final last year at the International Team Trials. Already 3 swimmers faster than that, with 3 heats of results still to come in, including your top 2 circle-seeded heats. 356.48 made it into the top 16 last year. And already 11 swimmers, 12 swimmers under that mark. Shackle comes down to a 28.9 going into the 250, brings it back into 29.0 and a 251.49 from Aaron Shackle into the final 100. Drew Kibler and Jay Litherland in second and third in the middle lanes there, with Litherland now applying pressure. Shackle can continue this pace and get under the 3-minute 50-second barrier. He will join an elite group of only 14, 17, 18-year-olds in USA Swimming history who have achieved that. 29-0 there from Shackle into the final 50. Litherland and Kibler draw even into the final 10 meters. Litherland looks to have the momentum, but the win goes to Aaron Shackle at 3:49.19. Big swim for the 18-year-old out of Carmel Swim Club as he moves to number 11 all-time in the 17-18 rankings. Drew Kibler second in this race at 3:50.69. Jay Litherland third at 3:50.86. Those are your top three qualifiers with 2 heats to go. Heat 6. Coaches, a reminder, please, if you have no intention of swimming this evening, please do make sure and scratch regardless of how far down the result sheet you are. Thank you. Here we go into the first of 2 circle-seated heats, and 1 from Kentucky Aquatics, Nick Caruso, 2 Longhorn Aquatics, Luke Hobson, 3 Ohio State University, Charlie Clark, 4 Ridgefield Aquatic Club, Kieran Smith, 5 University of Florida, Jake Mitchell, 6 Longhorn Aquatics, David Johnston, 7 Tsunami Swim Team of Kansas City, Alec Enyard. 6 of the 8 finalists from last year's international team trials do return. We also add Jake Mitchell, Tokyo Olympian in the 400-meter freestyle. He's currently in lane 5, trailing Kieran Smith, who ranks number 6 all-time with his personal best of 3:43.94 in this event. Olympic bronze as well for Smith in the 400 free. Moving up now to stay with Smith, you've got your 200 free champ Luke Hobson out of lane 2. He was 7th in this event last year, but won the 500 free this year at NC's. It's the runner-up in the 500 free from NCAA's. David Johnston, lane 6 out of Texas, 153.23. He's got the lead now. Coach's time trial entries will close in 5 minutes. .28.8 from Kieran Smith. Approaching the 300-meter turn, a great race starting to shape up here with your top 3. Hobson, Smith, and Johnston, with Smith out in front at 2:51.26 into the final 100. Jake Mitchell, 29.0 going into that 300-meter turn. We'll see what he's got here, if he can challenge for a top 3 spot in this race. Mitchell is at 28.8 going into that turn. He did outsplit the field. Smith at 29.2, Hobson at 29.4. And Jake Mitchell's got the closing speed now. Here he comes in lane 5 for the University of Florida, entered at 3:46.59. Smith of Florida as well, and Ridgefield Aquatic Club comfortably takes the win at 3:48.81. Quarter second ahead of David Johnson, who's second at 3:49.07. Those will be the top two times with one heat remaining. Luke Hobson third in this field at 3:49.25 and a tie with Jake Mitchell. Heat 7. Seventh and final heat, and one for Swim Mac is Norvin Klontz. 2, Rose Bowl Aquatics, Rex Maurer. 3, Wolfpack Elite, Ross Dent. And 6 from Longhorn Aquatics, Kobe Carosa. 7, Wolfpack Elite, James Plage. 8, Sun Devil Swimming, Julian Hill. Couple open lanes here in the middle of the pool. Sets up for Ross Dent, third in this event at the 2022 International Team Trials. He's in lane 3 with Rex Maurer in lane 2. Currently the leader, 54.28, the opening 100 for Rex Maurer. Number 10 all time in the 17-18 age group with a 3:49.86. He was the silver medalist last year at the Junior Pan Pac Championships. 17-18 national age group record is a 3:46.08 belonging to Larson Jensen and set in 2004. Ross Dent now taking control into the 200. 152.11 and a 152.55. Some of the faster opening 200s we've seen in this men's 400, with Carosa in third in lane 6 at 154.09. Currently, 5 athletes sub 350 with that tie for fourth at 349.25. Drew Kibler sitting 6th at 350.6. Couple lead changes now as we approach the 300 meter. Time to bring the legs into it and make a move on this 400 event. Ross Dent, 29.3, 29.1 there from Maurer, 29.0 from James Plage. He's in third from lane 7. Dent at 250.5 into the final 100. Moving up from lane 1, Norvin Klontz, 29.4 going into the 300 from Klontz, who's number 2 all time in the 15-16 age group at 350.82. Certainly within striking distance of that NAG record, which also belongs to Larson Jensen from 2002. It's a 350.68. 29.3 from Ross Dent, 28.4 from Julian Hill in lane 8. Hill looking to draw even with James Plage, and Maurer coming back on Ross Dent. Couple more spots to be decided in the championship final of the men's 400. Ross Dent confirms his spot with a 3:48.50, as does Rex Maurer at 3:48.97. Almost a full second drop for Maurer. Third is Plage of Wolfpack from 7, 3:49.87. Fantastic racing in the men's 400-meter freestyle. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for all the entries. Coming up on the scoreboard, the results summary, leading off with your championship final, and Ross Dant at 3:48.50 will be in lane 4. Kieran Smith, Rex Maurer, David Johnston, Aaron Shackle, Luke Hobson, Jake Mitchell, and James Plage all qualify for that race. 3:49.87 to make it back. Julian Hill in 9th for Sun Devil, with Kibler, Litherland, Clark, Clance, Shoyet, Whitlock, and Enyart qualifying 16th at 3:51.98. C final led by Caruso, Tepper, McFadden, Matthias, Green, Carosa, Lucas, and Sobota. 3:54.54 to make the top 24. D finals will be available in just a little bit. As we prepare now for the women's 100-meter breaststroke, turning it over to the women's PA announcer, Kevin Cargill.
Thank you, Michael. Women's 100 breaststroke on deck, looking at 6 heats this morning. Heat 1.
D finalists in the men's 400-meter freestyle: Greg Enoch, Luka Mijarovic, Ryan Erisman, Luke Ellis, Dylan Wright, Bobby D'Annunzio, Aiden Hammer, and Daniel Lee. Finalists in the men's 400, the time is 11:10. You have 30 minutes in which to declare.
We'll change of pace as we go from the 400 to the 100. Women's 100 breaststroke, heat 1 in the water. Adams, Malili, Randby, Robillard, Clamfeth, and Kruger. Already at the 50-meter mark, with Malili leading the way. The Queen's University 22-year-old out in a 32.48, seated with a 100 yards 100 time. Strong second 50 from Annie Robillard in lane number 5, and she will win the heat at a 109.59, our early top time. Rogue cap removed. Time for heat number 2. Heat number 2, women's 100 breaststroke. Ellie Jew in 1, Denise Phelan in 2, Elle Scott in 3, Matt Cheatwood in 4, Caroline Bricker 5, Jolie Cry in 6, Campbell Stoll in 7, and Jillian 2 in lane 8. .32.93, Elle Scott led the way at the 50-meter mark. Already 25 meters on their way back. Wrapping up this heat 2 of 6 women's 100 breaststroke. Scott will win it with a 1:10.71. Phelan with a 1:11.22, finishing in second. And Bricker in third with a 1:11.52. Robillard's 1:09.59 will remain our top time. Heat 3. Heat 3, women's 100 breaststroke on its way. Channing Hanley in 1, Danny Carna in 2. Aurelie McGaul in 3, Skylar Smith in 4, Zoe Skirball in 5, Abby Aarons in 6, and Mary Elizabeth Cespedes is in 7. Skylar Smith led 31.8 on the way out, a half a second ahead of Abby Aarons, who was in lane 6, but this heat 3 is bunching back up, trying to track down Smith. The North Carolina Aquatic Club 19-year-old in lane 4. In the final of the 50 breaststroke a night ago, is going to win this heat at a 1:08.20. That's our top time as we head to the circle-seated heats. Heat number 4. Circles leaded heat. Heat number 4 in the water. Grace Rainey in 1, Kayla Gridley in 2, Miranda Tucker in 3, Annie Laser in 4, Rachel Bernhardt 5, Hannah Buck 6, Ryan Mella in 7, and Bridget Engel in lane 8. Annie Laser in lane number 4, 7th fastest woman in American history in the 100 breaststroke, 1:05.91 her seed time. After 50 meters, she leads Rachel Bernhardt by 0.3 of a second, out in a 31.7. Bernhardt out in a 32.0. Final 25 meters, Bernhardt and Laser. Lane 2, Kaylin Gridley, the Duke Blue Devil, having a good swim, as well as lane number 6, Hannah Bach, the Buckeye. But it looks like Rachel Bernhardt's going to find her way to a 1:07.38, top time of the morning. Belonging to the Team Charlotte swimming 28-year-old. Heat 5. Heat 5, women's 100 breaststroke, Isabel Odgers in 1, Anna Keating in 2, Olivia Anderson 3, Lydia Jacoby in 4, Emma Weber in 6, Molly Sweeney in 7, and Jessie Lee in lane 8. Fourth fastest woman in American history, Lydia Jacoby, of course, the incredibly memorable 100 breaststroke gold medal at the Tokyo Olympics. And it's Jacoby with a half a second lead already on the rest of this field in heat number 5. She's out in a 31.2. Emma Weber out quick though, 31.8 for her, a strong first 50 for the Cavalier. Jacoby's been a 1:05.84 this season, swam that at the Barcelona stop in Mare Nostrum. Second in the 50 breaststroke a night ago. She's going to win this heat, and she's going to post a 1:06.69 top time of the morning. Belongs to the Seward Tsunami, 19-year-old Texas Longhorn. 1:07.72 for Emma Weber. A strong swim for her, puts her in 4th with 1 heat remaining. Heat 6. Sixth and final heat of the women's 100 breaststroke. Zoe Hartman in 1, Katie Christopherson in 2, Lucy Thomas in 3. The world record holder Lily King is in lane number 4. Caitlin Dobler in 5, Piper Inge in 6, Josie Penitz in 7, and Aubrey Brower in lane 8. On their way back, Caitlin Dobler out in a 30.94, very quick opening 50. Dobler, 13th fastest woman in American history, swam 1:06.19 at the International Team Trials in Greensboro a year ago. She is leading the world record holder right now, and she's going to out-touch for a 1:05.86. A fantastic swim for Caitlin Dobler. That'll climb her up now to 12th all-time in American history. That also makes her the 4th fastest woman in the world this year. And that'll be our top time. It'll take a moment or two for us to tabulate the results, and then we'll let you know who made it back into those A, B, and C finals. So results are all official. Who's in to the A? That is the big question. Took a 1:08.93 last year just to make it into that championship final. What does it take in 2023? Here they are, 1:08.20 to make it back. A tie there for 7th. You'd rather tie for 7th than 8th. Caitlin Dobler, Lily King, Lydia Jacoby, Rachel Bernhardt, Annie Laser, Emma Weber, Skylar Smith, and Hannah Bach. A strong A final. There are your B finalists: Aarons, Gridley, Odgers, Tucker, Skirble, Engel, McGall, and Inge. 109.55 to find your way into the B. Robillard, Panet, Sweeney, Hartman, Keating, Mellon, Anderson, and Malilly. 110.44 and up on the C final. We'll have your D finalists in just a few moments. On to the men's side of things.
Event 26, men's 100-meter breaststroke, 7 heats with the long course national and U.S. Open record of 58.14 established by Michael Andrew in 2021. Heat 1.
As Heat 1 of the men's 100 breaststroke swims, here are your D finalists in the women's 100. Lucy Thomas, Elle Scott, Mary Elizabeth Cespedes, Caroline Bricker, Avery Clamfith, Katie Christopherson, Danny Karna, and Campbell Stoll, all in to that D final. Ladies' current time is 11:26. You have 30 minutes to declare your intentions.
That's Andrew Zoe in lane 1, 2 Jed Gardner, 3 Jordan Willis, 4 Ari Voloshin, 5 Will Schultz, 6 Ben Delmar, 7 is Jake Eccleston. Will Schultz, Lakeside Swim Team. UT commit, turns in a 102.32. He shaves off 3/10 on his entry. Takes the win in the first heat of the men's breaststroke ahead of Jed Gardner with a 103.10. And a 103.12 from Jordan Willis for 3rd. Heat 2. This is Luke Barr in lane 1. 2 is Carl Helmut. 3, Luke Schurz. 4, Alex Sanchez. 5, Joey Garbarek. 6, Will Heck. 7, Logan Brown. 8, Arsenio Bustos. 101.22 made it back to the top 8 at the 2002 International Team Trials in Greensboro. Here we've got Luke Barr of Indiana with a short course yard time of 52.6. together with Sanchez of A&M. And it's Alex Sanchez, your winner, 101.88. Luke Barr just 1/10 behind. And Logan Brown third, 102.56 for First Colony in lane 7. There's been a disqualification from Heat 2. Lane 2 disqualified for butterfly kick during the swim. Heat 3. Our third of 7 heats has Jacob Molisek. Correction. Lane 1 is empty. In 2, we've got Josh Bay. 3, Aiden Cradley. 4, Colin Zhang. 5 is Watson Nguyen. 6, Brian Benzing. 7, Julian Smith. Lane 8, Jake Horner. It's Aiden Crowley from lane 3, 101.92. Second fastest through 3 heats. Touching second here, Watson Nguyen, Metro, 102.07. Third, Brian Benzing, 102.40 for Towson University in lane 6. Heat 4. Heat 4 of 7. 3 swimmers so far under 102, led by Sanchez of Aggie Swim Club, 101.88. Lane 1 is Derek Moss. 2, Matthew Jensen. 3, Coleman Modulin. 4, Charles Edgeland. 5, Joshua Chen. 6, Daniel Lee. 7, Jason Yep. 8, Logan Kelly. Matthew Jensen, California Aquatics, 101.95 entry time, out with a 28.3 at the 50, 28.6 across the pool. That's Jason Yep, and 7 from Indiana. Hanging with Yep, Logan Kelly, Jaguar Aquatics, IUPUI. And it's Jason Yep with a 101.15. Right behind him, Logan Kelly by 3 100ths, 101.18. Those are your top 2 qualifiers. Third in this field was Jensen of Cal, 101.36. We have a disqualification from Heat 4. Lane 8 has been disqualified for butterfly kick during the swim. Heat 5. Heat 5 of 7, lane 1 is Max Wright. 2, AJ Pouch. 3, Zier Fan. 4, Josh Matheny. 5, Charlie Swanson. 6, Jake Foster. 7, Christian Bart. Lane 8, Henry Bethel. Foster leads with a 28.09 from lane 6. Out of Texas, representing the Mason Manor Rays. Here contending with Matheny, who comes in number 11 all time with a 59.44. That's for the U.S. rankings all time. Foster 0081 entry time is going to be under that here with a 00.07. Jake Foster throws down a best time to take Heat 5 as our top qualifier with 2 heats to go. Josh Matheny second, 00.15, then Charlie Swanson. Nova of Virginia, 00.64. Heat 6. Heat 6, lane 1, Brandon Fisher. 2, Noah Nichols. 3, Jason Lauser. 4, Michael Andrew. 5, Kevin Hausman. 6, Will Lacone. 7, Reid Makuta. 8, Colin Feary. There was a disqualification in Heat 5. Heat 5, lane 8, disqualified for butterfly kick during the swim. So 2 returning finalists from last year's championships in this heat with Michael Andrew in 4 and Kevin Hausman in 5. Right now it's Noah Nichols though. Piedmont Family YMCA and Cavalier Swimming having quite the swim in lane 2. 008 entry time for Nichols. Drops all the way down to 00.29. That'll put Nichols as your 3rd fastest qualifier going into the final heat of the men's 100 breaststroke. Will Lacone 2nd for Longhorn, 101.31. 3rd, Michael Andrew, 101.50. Heat 7. Final heat of the men's breaststroke. In 1 is Andy Dobrzansky. 2, Max McHugh. 3, Tommy Cope. 4, Nick Fink. 5, Cody Miller. 6, Matt Fallon. 7, Mitch Mason. 8, Luke Rodarte. Defending national champion lane 4, Nick Fink. Took the 50 breaststroke last night. Working it into his demanding work schedule here. Mitch Mason leading the way at 28.21 with Max McHugh 2nd at 28.33. Fink with the 2nd fastest performance ever for an American at 58.37. Cody Miller, number 5 all time at 0004. He's in lane 5. And Fink really brings it back here on the 2nd 50 after being in 7th at the turn. Fink brings it home in a 31.25 to take the win in a 59.94, the only sub 1 minute breaststroke of the morning. Matt Fallon 2nd, 00.22 for the 200 champ. 3rd is Cody Miller at 00.57. Results are official for Heat 7. And the results summary now showing with your championship final and Nick Fink the top qualifier. Jake Foster, Josh Matheny, Matt Fallon, Noah Nichols, Cody Miller, Charlie Swanson, and Mitch Mason of LSU qualifies with a 0071. B final led by Tommy Cope with McHugh, Yep, Rodarte, Fan, Licone, Jensen, and Bart qualifying with a 101.36. C final shows Michael Andrew, Wright, Fury, Dobrzansky, Sanchez, Criley, Barr, and Mikuta in a tie for 23rd to 101.98. They both qualify. D finalists in just a bit. Coming up next, women's 100-meter backstroke.
Now staging for event number 27, women's 100-meter backstroke. 7 heats this morning. Wedges are all in the water. We're ready to rock. Heat 1. Heat 1 in the water. Lane 2, Casey Chung. Lane 3, Claire Jansen. Lane 4, El Caldo. Lane 5, Elena Berlin. And in lane 6, Lexi Stevens.
Qualifying for the D final in the men's 100 breaststroke, Joshua Chen, Watson Nguyen, Charles Eglin, Daniel Lee of Rose Bowl, Logan Brown, Jed Gardner, Jordan Willis, Ben Delmar. Finalists in event 26, the time is 11:40. You have 30 minutes in which to declare.
$29.72, the split on the front end of Claire Jansen's lead. The University of Pittsburgh 19-year-old. Now battling with Casey Chung and Lexi Stevens on the outside lanes here in heat number 1. And our first heat win will go to Lexi Stevens, a 101.79 for the 17-year-old from Poseidon Swimming. Heat 2. Heat 2, women's 100 backstroke. Casey McKenna in 1, Aris Reynolds in 2. Morgan Krause in 3, Kennedy Gilbertson in 4, Emily Himmel in 5, Nia Funderburg in 6, and Tristan Harrison in lane 8. At the turn, it's Aris Reynolds in lane 2, 29.98, sub 30. Only sub 30 rather in the heat 2 field. Funderburk in lane 6 is in second, 30.0 for her, and a 30.1 for Emily Hamill, who's in lane 5. Casey McKenna having a strong second 50, as is Nia Funderburk. And at the touch, it's Funderburk's 101.58, new top time of the morning through 2 heats. McKenna 101.63, finishing in second. And a 101.80 for Emily Himmel, finishing in third. Heat 3. Heat 3 in the water. Claire Logan in 1, Tess Halley 2, Lila Bognar in 3, Anya Mostek in 4, Maya DeWitt in 5, Annabelle Crush 6, Charlotte Wilson 7, and JoJo Ramey in 8. $29.73 for Mostek in 4, $29.99 DeWitt in second. Indiana Swim Club 19-year-old in lane 5. Germantown Academy's Anya Mostek is in lane 4. Here comes Tess Halley in lane 2. The Long Island Aquatic Club 18-year-old. Right now, Anya Mostek looks like she's got this heat all wrapped up by 101.27. Another new top time belongs to Mostek. Second in the heat, a 101.79 from Tess Howley. Good for 4th overall with 4 heats remaining. Heat 4. Heat 4 in the water. Isabel Ivy in 2, Rye Ulette in 3, Justine Murdoch 4, Emma Kern in 5, Katie Choate in 6, Grace Robb in 7, and Charlotte Crush is in lane 8. It's the halfway mark of this event right there. 29.42, Isabel Ivy. The University of Florida Gator in lane 2 leading the way. 29.45, only 0.03 of a second behind is Emma Kern of the Aqua Jets. And then Charlotte Crush all the way over in lane 8 of Lakeside Swim Team was sitting in 3rd at the turn. A strong second 50 being turned in right now by Ivy of Florida in lane 2. And she will touch with the heat win, a 1:00.93. Her first sub 101 belongs to Isabel Ivy. Second place, a 101.77 for Charlotte Crush. And Katie Choate comes back in a 32.2 to touch at a 101.87. Heat 5. First of our circle-seated heats, heat number 5. Tori Berger of Kentucky Aquatics in 1, Morgan Scott of Texas Ford Aquatics in 2, Amy Fulmer of Ohio State in 3, Ryan White of Wolfpack Elite in 4, Olivia Smaliga of Sun Devil Swimming in 5, Erica Peleas of Eagle Aquatics in 6, Gabby Duluth, New York Athletic Club in 7, and Ebony McCarty of Athens Bulldog Swim Club in lane 8. Ryan White's out in a 28.86, very quick on the front 50 meters. It's Amy Fulmer in second. She's out in a 28.9, only a 1/10 of a second back from White's lead and under her PR pace. Ryan White, the 6th fastest woman in American history. Olivia Smaliga, the 3rd fastest woman in American history. Ryan White hung in the lane line next to Amy Fulmer. Looks like White will win the heat. She will touch at a 59.66, 3 sub 1 minute rather times turned in here in heat number 5, led by Ryan White's 59.66. 59.79 for Olivia Smoliga and a 59.94 for Amy Fulmer. Those are your top 3 times with 2 heats remaining in the women's 100 meters backstroke. Heat 6. Second to last heat in the women's 100 backstroke. Paige Hetrick 1, Tegan Odell 2, Leah Shackley 3, Claire Curzan in for Isabel Stadden in 5, Josephine Fuller in 6, Anna Peplowski in 7, and Ellie Waldrip is in lane number 8. Curzan, 5th fastest woman in American history, 7th in the world this year with a 59.00 that she swam at the Pro Swim Series in Mission Viejo, and she's in the lead with a 28.76 right now. Curzan's best time came at the international team trials a year ago, where she swam a 58.39 on her way to finishing 2nd. Punch her ticket to the World Championships. Curzan out in a 28.7. Chasing is Isabel Stadden of California Aquatics. Took a 1:00.63 last year to make it into the A. What's it going to take this year? Something fast, I promise that. 59.24 from Claire Curzan. We're in the low 59 territory just like that. Isabel Stadden of 59.43. That means 5 sub-1 minute performances so far. 1 heat still to go, but Curzan and Stadden are your top 2 times as we head to the final heat. Heat 7. Seventh and final heat of the women's 100 backstroke. Kennedy Noble in 1, Bernd Berglund in 2, Phoebe Bacon 3, Reagan Smith, the American record holder, in 4, Catherine Burkhoff in 5, Maggie Wanazek in 6, Riley Tiltman in 7, and Olivia Bray in lane 8. Reagan Smith, fastest in American history, 2nd fastest woman in world history, and 2nd fastest woman in the world this year. 57.8 at the Sun Devil Open a few weeks ago. She's out in a 28.02. A strong opening split from Reagan Smith as well as Catherine Burkhoff, who won the 50 backstroke a night ago. 28.29 for her on the opening split. Kennedy Noble out quick as well in lane number 1. 28.77 for the Wolfpack Elite 19-year-old. But it's Reagan Smith and Catherine Burkhoff under the flags. Smith will touch the wall first with a 58.04. How about that? Reagan Smith is your top time heading into tonight's championship final. Catherine Burkhoff finishing in 2nd in a 58.39, and then Kennedy Noble dips under the 1 minute mark for the first time in her career, almost dips under the 59 mark, going in a 59.11. Those are the top 3 times this morning. Phoebe Bacon also breaks a minute, which means we've got more sub-1 minute performances than we have spots in that A final. So who made it in? There they are, 59.7 to make it into the A. Reagan Smith, Catherine Burkhoff, Kennedy Noble, Claire Curzan, Isabel Stadden, Phoebe Bacon, Ryan White, and Olivia Smoliga. What a stacked championship final 009 just to see the B. Fulmer, Peleas, Fuller, Peplowski, Wanazek, Odell, Shackley, and Ivy swimming in that B final. C finalists on the board: Tiltman, Scott, Hetrick, Duluth, Berglund, Mostek, Bray, and you see Funderburk with that question mark. That means we have a tie for 24th, so we'll need to see a coaching representative from Ohio State, and then McCarty, the other end of that tie, from Athens Bulldogs Swim Club. Coaching reps from those two teams to the resolution desk, please. And we'll have our D finalists in just a few moments.
This is event 28, men's 100-meter backstroke, the U.S. Open record and long course national record. Both set by Aaron Pearsall of Longhorn Aquatics in 2009, stands at 51.94. We'll have 7 heats. Heat 1.
As the men's Heat 1 of the 100 backstroke gets underway, here are your D finalists in the women's 100 backstroke. Tess Howley, Lexi Stevens, Emily Hamill, Emma Kern, Charlotte Wilson, Grace Rabb, Jojo Ramey, and Lala Bognar. Ladies, the current time is 11:55. You have 30 minutes to declare your intentions, and a reminder to all swimmers and coaches, if you do not intend to swim this evening, please scratch regardless of your place in the results.
First heat of the men's backstroke, we've got Adriano Ariati in lane 2, Mitchell Norton in 4, 5 is Charlie Crush, 6 Sam Powell, 7 Chase Miller. Powell at 27.0 at the halfway point. Brings it back into 29.1 to take the win, a 56.22 for Sam Powell of McCallie School and GPS Aquatics. Win Heat 1. Ariati second from Rockville Montgomery Swim Club, 56.36. Third, Mitchell Norton. Lane 4, 56.42 for the Marietta Marlins. Heat 2. Heat 2 swimmers, 1 is Jack Wadsworth, 2 Dalton Lowe, 3 Harrison Lears, 4 Brady Samuels, 5 Aaron Sequeira, 6 Gavin White, 7 Colby Mefford, 8 Marcus Gentry. Marcus Gentry, 54.82 to take the win in Heat 2 for Notre Dame. Second, 55.39. Gavin Wright just ahead of Dalton Lowe with a 55.77. Those are your top 3 times. Coaches, we need Athens Bulldog Swim Club to the resolution desk, please. A representative from Athens Bulldog to the resolution desk. Thank you. Heat 3. coaches, we're also looking for Long Island Aquatic Club and Poseidon Swimming to the resolution desk. Long Island Aquatic Club and Poseidon to the resolution desk. Also, coaches, time trial heat sheets are now available. Swimming in our third heat. Lane 1, Jacques Wenger. 2, Johnny Crush. 3, Thomas Schomper. 4, Caleb Maldari. 5, Jacob Molasek. 6, Matt Klotz. 7, Aiden Hayes. 8, Stephen Conrad. Molasek and 5, Maldari and 4 out in front, with Molasek getting the win in a 54.88. Caleb Maldari improves down to 55 flat. That'll boost him in the all-time 17-18 rankings, with Aiden Hayes taking third in a 55.32. Heat 4. Heat 4 of 7. 1 is Bradley Dunham. 3, Brett Penfold. 4, JT Ewing. 5, Joe Hayburn. 6, Hudson Williams. 8 is Sam Lorenz. 54.35 to make it back in the top 8 last year at the 2022 International Team Trials. 6 of the 8 finalists do return here. They are entered at least in this event. And out of those championship finalists, 6 out of those 8 were out in a 26.0 or faster. Here, Hudson Williams leads the field with a 26.3 at the 50 turn for New Albany. His entry time, 55.43, ranks him number 51 all-time for the 17-18 age group. Tight field here. This could be Bradley Dunham out of lane 1 for Swim Atlanta. And it is Dunham with a 54.47 as he takes over the top time through 4 heats of racing. Second, Joe Hayburn, Indianapolis, 55.31. Third, Hudson Williams, 55.42. Heat 5. Heat 5 of 7. And 1 is Christopher O'Connor. 2, Ian Grum. 3, Destin Lasco. 5, Adam Cheney. 6, Hunter Tapp. 7, Jack Wilkening. 8, Grant Bachensky. O'Connor, Longhorn Aquatics, 25.7 at the turn. That's the kind of speed you need. Along with Bachensky with a 25.9 from lane 8, but Destin Lasco coming back. Bronze medalist at the NCAA champs in the 100 backstroke with a 43.9. Here he throws down a 52.93 as Lasco takes over a second off his entry time to claim spot number 1 with 2 heats remaining. O'Connor second, 53.73. Cheney third, 53.98. Those are your top 3. Heat 6. .52.9 from Glasgow puts him in some pretty elite company there, just becoming the 12th swimmer in U.S. history to break 53 seconds in this event. Here in Heat 6, Lane 1, Tommy Janton. 2, Nicholas Albiero. 3, Jack Dolan. 4, Hunter Armstrong. 5, Daniel Deal. 6, William Modulin. 7, Brendan Burns. 8 is Chris Thames. Armstrong, runner-up in the 50 backstroke. Reigning national champion in this event, and number 3 all-time as an American at 51.98. He's your leader in lane 4. 25.7 from Armstrong at the turn. 25.9 Jack Dolan. Daniel Deal also 25.9 with Deal closing. Armstrong 53.11 takes the win. And Daniel Deal with a 54.07 takes second ahead of Jack Dolan 54.17. Heat 7. Seventh and final heat. As we got those times incorporated from Heat 6, it'll put Armstrong at number 2 overall, with Daniel Deal at number 5 going into this final heat. Keaton Jones in 1, Nate Stoffel in 2, Jack Aikens in 3, 4 is Ryan Murphy, 5 Justin Rest, 6 Wyatt Davis, 7 Aiden Stoffel, lane 8 Jack Dahlgren. Rest with a 25.65 leads the way. He was the winner in the 50 backstroke. His 52.73 currently ranks number 9 all-time for Americans in this event. Of course, contending here with the American record holder in lane 4, Ryan Murphy, 51.85. As Murphy takes it over, gives a little peek to see where Ress is, and cruises into that final touch with a 52.79. Ress at 53.21 and Jack Aikens at 53.75 rounds out the top 3 in our 7th and final heat of the men's 100-meter backstroke. Looks like results are good, and we'll find out who's in your very competitive championship final in just a moment. There they are, Ryan Murphy leading the 1-2 punch for the Golden Bears, with Destin Lasco second, Hunter Armstrong, Justin Ress, Christopher O'Connor, Jack Aikens, Wyatt Davis, and Adam Chaney of Florida qualifies 8th with a 53.98. That puts Stoffel in 9th, Deal, Dolan, Tapp, Dunham, Janton, Albiero, and Wilkening of Michigan 16th, and a tie at 54.66 with Chris Thames of Metro. So we'll need to see representatives from Michigan and Metro regarding that swim off for 16th. Burns, Stoffel, Gentry, Modulin, Molisek, Maldarian, Grum qualifies 24th for Dynamo, 55.19. With your D finalists to be read shortly. That does it for the men's 100-meter backstroke. Ladies and gentlemen, on your way out, let's hear a round of applause for all the competitors in the men's 100-meter backstroke and all our swimmers this morning. Congratulations. 12:40 start time for time trials, coaches. 12:40 we will start our time trials, and please, once again, do scratch out of the event if you have no intent of being here this evening. Please do scratch if you're not going to be here. These are the D finalists in the men's 100 backstroke: Joe Hayburn, Keaton Jones, JT Ewing, Sam Powell, Adriano Adriati, Johnny Crush, and Chase Miller. Hayburn, Williams, Jones, Ewing, Powell, Ariati, Crush, and Miller qualify for the D final in the men's backstroke. Finalists in the men 28, the time is 12:10. You have 30 minutes. Coaches, in the men's 100 backstroke,